This is what we call late night college syndrome, where you're hungry as anything. You got that $5, you're looking around. What is there? There's 2 pizza shops. That's all you got. Maybe a sandwich shop. That probably closed at 9 o'clock. You're screwed. All you have is that shitty cardboard pizza. No! Stop right there. Take your money, put it in your pocket, save it for the bar the next night, or some other goods, whatever you want.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Put it away.
That's the true definition.
We have the next set of recipes that are gonna save your late night college syndrome. You don't have to get the cardboard pizza anymore. These are the most delicious munchies that you can prepare even when you're drunk, even when you just have a few ingredients stashed in the back of your fridge.
Even when you're not in college.
These are the even when you're not in college.
45-year-old man, I don't care. Make this.
My number one go-to in college had to be the homemade pizza. But this was before I was making my own pizza dough. There was no time for making pizza dough, having it rise, kneading that stuff. No. I would buy the pre-made, pre-cooked pizza pies.
You don't need to knead, man.
You know, you can buy a pre-made pizza crust, or you can buy flatbreads or pitas, which work great as just individual pizza pies. Perfect size for 1 portion, maybe 2. One of my favorite pizzas that I would make all the time was a barbecue chicken finger pizza. What I would do is spread the barbecue sauce down first instead of, a tomato sauce. Switch it up a little bit. Take some leftover chicken fingers or anything you have, sprinkle those down, add a little fresh red onion, a little jalapeno, and top it with whatever cheese you have.
I didn't know you could sprinkle chicken fingers.
Oh, you
How high are you?
sprinkle anything with a nipple.
Chicken fingers.
When your pizza's made, you throw that baby in a really hot oven, anywhere from 400 to 500 degrees. You can put it right on the rack. That's gonna give you ultimate crispiness of the crust.
Don't forget to put something under.
Yes.
Just in case.
You make sure you put a little tray under, because that thing will melt and burn up your oven.
Yeah.
The pizza tells you when it's done. If the cheese is melted, everything's gonna be warmed through. I can guarantee you that. So you take it out, you cut that thing up, and you enjoy the shit out of that. That is your barbecue chicken finger pan pizza.
There's always that moment when you're a cook that you cook for your friends and they really like something you make, and you get that confidence. You're like, wow, it feels so good to cook food for someone. Make it homemade and have them eat it and be excited about it. Got to the point where I had all these friends sleeping over because they would be woken up, not just to the smell of, but literally I would make a bacon, egg, and cheese, and I would put it in front of their face. They would open their eyes and there'd be a hot piping bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel sitting in front of their face. I know it seems a little bit weird, but the Foreman grill is great at making eggs. And when you're making eggs, they're not always gonna look pretty, and this is not a meal that needs to look pretty because it's all gonna be covered by the bagel. All you do is you take that Foreman grill and you kind of prop it up so it's like a flat top grill, like a double-sided flat top grill. Why they decided to make that slope, I feel like it was kind of silly. You heat up or you cook some bacon, and then you take the bacon off and leave that grease in there, because that is gonna make the egg all delicious. You crack an egg, you scramble the egg up right in there. You can scramble it before, whatever it is to your liking. Now be careful, because you're gonna see the egg is gonna maybe start to run, even if it's pretty flat. So I'm always tilting the grill up myself a little bit, making sure, oh god, it's no. Eventually you get it in there. You let it sit for a little bit. The top's gonna be closed, so it's gonna cook the egg. Then you pull it back up. You sprinkle cheese on if you'd like. Put the bacon back on. Then take that bagel or whatever bread you have, put it on top. Pull it off, put it on the other half of the bagel.
If you lose some egg, it's fine.
You're gonna lose some egg.
You're gonna lose some egg if you're using the Foreman grill, but that's part of the fun.
And you put it back on. Bacon, egg, and cheese. I lived for probably 3 years of my life straight every breakfast.
That was the first thing
bacon,
both
egg,
of
and
us
cheese.
ever made.
It's honestly the best late night and early morning thing you could ever eat.
You guys might not have heard of this one, but it is a childhood classic of ours, the buffalo chicken sandwich, straight from the city of Philadelphia.
Straight from Philadelphia's teat.
You take some chicken, I have chicken thigh in this case, and you're gonna throw it into a hot pan with some oil. You might as well just throw in the onions in the same pan because you want those fried up and nice. So you fry it on both sides for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. Move the onions around, cook those up, add a little salt and pepper in the process. You want to add the seasoning, that helps. You take the chicken and the onions out. When they're just about done, they can be a little under because we're going to cook them in the sauce later. And you're going to slice it up. And then you're going to add butter to the pan and hot sauce, because really that's all buffalo sauce is. It's butter and hot sauce.
Blew my mind when I figured that out.
Blows everyone's mind, but it's so simple. Heat the hot sauce and the butter back up and add back your chicken and onions. Make sure you coat that. Cook it through in the sauce. It's a very important step right there. While that's cooking for just a few minutes, finishing off, really absorbing those flavors, we're gonna make the world's easiest ranch you've ever seen. Whenever your mayo bottle is really hitting the end of its life, you're gonna take it, you're gonna add just a little bit of vinegar, anything you got, and then some dried herbs. You add that to the bottle, you shake it all up.
Salt, pepper.
Salt and pepper, of course.
Salt, pepper.
And you got the quickest ranch. Yes, it's not exactly from Hidden Valley, but it's gonna taste delicious on your buffalo chicken sandwich. Make sure your bread's hot, give it some life. Add your chicken and your onions to the bread, and then add your delicious ranch all over that sandwich and enjoy a Philly classic. You're gonna love it.
A lot of times I would get stuck in college with Domino's pizza. And Domino's pizza, you know that you get the 3 pizzas for $5 or something. Like, the quality of the pizza is not the best. You get the toppings, you get whatever you want. But the next day you forget to put it in the fridge. You leave it out. Like, we'd always leave it out next to the couch, pass out drunk, wake up the next morning. So I took that concept and I started blending my food into things. Taking that late night pizza and saying I want eggs for breakfast. So what you can actually do is you can reheat that pizza, but not just reheat it in the oven. You can cut it up, throw it in a pan, add some meat, add some sausage, whatever you want. Crisp up the bottom of that pizza. It's gonna get crispy again and taste like amazing
It will
pizza.
probably taste better than when you got it, when it was all
better.
steamed and the crust was all soggy. This is
Honestly,
gonna be crispy Domino's.
So in this case, the pizza, you cook it up in that pan, add the sausage, and then I'm gonna beat some eggs, add a little milk to those eggs. And then a splash of beer. Beer, you're probably wondering why. Well, beer actually goes whoosh. It adds that like sparkle because there's yeast in beer and it's bubbly, so it adds like a little fluffiness to it. You beat all that together, you pour it all over your pizza and whatever else you got in that pan, and you let it sit. You kind of move it around a little bit, let it do its thing. Then you throw it right in the oven and let it bake until it's done. You'll see when the egg's not runny, it's done. You take that thing out, and now you've got this pizza frittata concoction where every bite is a new experience. Every day is a new chance to be someone.